double check, make sure this is going as supposed to. So I'm currently short here, like I posted about going short once we tapped into that area. Currently short from this area here. I got stopped out on gold, which is kind of a too pretty of a retracement, which kind of makes sense. All right, that is good. Get this so I can see the chat. I'm feeling good. How about you, bro? Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. How about you guys? Nice. There we go, bro. Nice. Nice. Glad to see that, dude. Look at you just rocking and rolling, bro. Okay. So yeah, we'll see how this goes here. Today's definitely an interesting day, right? Like we had this really savage drop when the news dropped, and then it tapped into it. It put in like pretty much a double bottom here to compare with ES here. Put in this SMT here, pretty much like a hidden SMC soup here. And then you had this big SMT down here. Not actually, interesting enough, it didn't quite get under there, huh? Yeah, just barely took it out on ES, just barely took it out, like barely a little bit there. And then you start this grind up, just a never-ending grind. Pushing up here. I ended up going short after finally redelivered here. I went short here, scaled out, got stopped out on the second contract. Kind of an odd day. And then we have this big SMT that happens here. And then ES finally redelivers half back, partly way into this RTH gap. So there's an RTH gap here. Yeah, it's very weird. Yeah, we knew for, yeah, right, the gap, yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of weird how ES just bypassed that whole area and just kept pushing there. Definitely a little interesting, right? Hey, what up, Beans? So we'll see what happens here if it's going to actually, go up there or not, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, definitely this gap. I just say it left me really confused at the end of the day why they didn't just fill it right then and there. They were so close to filling it. And then this might be one of the best SMC soups I've ever seen right here. This was like top 10 ever, probably. So you have right here, you have a double top. Well, ES took that high out. Like it's a perfect, bloody perfect SMC soup. Like fucking beautiful. So you have ES takes that high out, NQ double tops at it, and then just woof. I wish I would have, like, that's a life-changing move there if you're able to catch it. You know, like there's your double top. If I throw up a trend line on that bitch once it hits right there. I don't know if you would have been able to catch it though. You know, did it drop before it broke the trend line? You know, we'll have to see here. I don't know. So yeah, you would probably enter it. It would have been like, you know, you could say you could have caught it, but maybe not. Pretty fucking crazy. Did I know it was gonna dump like that? No. I didn't. I figured it. I knew we were bearish. Like I said, I've been bearish, but I didn't. The rebound, so it's weird to me. I don't quite understand why it's rebounded like it has. That's the weird part to me. But that drop there is savage. Super savage. Yeah, it's a very, very big drop. Why it stopped right there? Fuck. When you have this area down here, this is the next redelivery down, for sure. This spot right here. That's the next one. The news is 1815, kind of delayed move, yeah. Looks like someone just dumped at the market. I don't know how many contracts, but a lot. That's what it looks like to me. They just, at the market, just sold their position. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, it looks like this is all selling there. So, and then trigger some stop losses, I'm sure, as well. And then it just. Yeah, so no buying in here. So this is what I'm talking about, unfair delivery, guys. Like, look, no buying took place in this move here. It's all selling. Just sell, sell, sell. 82 sell, 82, 82 contracts, 82, 82, 99, 204, 155, 155. That's just someone at the market just selling, right? And no one even starts buying until way down here. And then we finally get someone buys a fucking contract worth. So from here to here, you knew it was super unfair and that they're definitely going to redeliver it up there. Pretty obvious. No, I don't. Right now, I don't think so. No, I think you're still good. You might have to put on micros or something so you don't over risk. But yeah, I think fine's now. Not too late. It's pretty volatile right now. Like price hasn't even really moved yet, and I'm already seeing a pretty decent P&L change. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty heavy here, so got to watch out for this grindiness, though. It can be very deceptive. Like today, when I was trading New York, I was like short. As soon as I went here, I went short. As soon as it came into this area, I went short. And then SPX options too, expecting it to kind of drop. And then I started seeing the once you start seeing it curling in action up, you're like, oh shit. So got to watch for that here. You're kind of curling. Hey, it's better than better than trading blowing up, dude. So. Hey, that's a good thing. Obviously, my stop isn't up there. I wouldn't let it go up there. It's probably right above the high. So I probably could have scaled out already. We'll see how this goes though. This here, why did I go short here? Uh, just because of this area here. If you go to like a 6 minute, 10 minute, there's an open loop right here. So from that low to that high, there's a open space there that need to be redelivered. It's really visible on a 10 minute. Yeah, so if you go on 10 minute, you got balance, unfair delivery down, redelivery, should get a rotation back down. Yeah, low lean you to sleep. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah, they work very well. Yeah. You just have to have your expectations in line. Like, and that's why scaling out's really important. Because if you don't, if your expectations aren't in line, you get screwed over pretty quick. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I think it still goes down. I just think I don't know, man. That's a good question. What do I think about the morning drop? So I I I definitely think it's a beautiful SMC soup, and while it chose to bounce back up from there, I don't know, man. It's kind of odd, especially with this right here. Like it's clear as day it needs to redeliver here. And it's like, well, why didn't you just do it? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's still even a little gap there, isn't there? Yeah, still open gap there too, a little baby open gap. So I'm not sure, man. It's a yeah, I think someone sold it at the market like we were just going over the selling here was pretty extreme. Like if you look, the no buying took place, as soon as it started dropping here, you had major selling, 213, 200. We have to drop down to look at it, but no one bought for quite some time here, like all the way down. No buying took place. So it's obviously someone at the market just raping it, really big size. And I think it just spent the rest of the time kind of redelivering it. And then it's weird because ES with that gap, I thought it would have filled it, but it didn't. Which makes me think that they're not going to take it up tonight because the gap, it really doesn't make any sense. Because if they still need to fill the gap during regular trading hours tomorrow, which we've seen this before, where they won't take it up during their electronic trading hours because it still needs to be filled during the regular trading hours. Yeah, kind of interesting. Now that SMC soup, bro, I don't know how many points that is, but that's one of the best ever, probably, in terms of just you enter at the trend line break there. It's instantaneous, 300, almost 250 points, almost. Beautiful setup, though. Gorgeous setup. Yeah, and late, huh? Which makes me think someone just didn't like the data and they just decided to get out of their really big position, maybe institution or something. You got to think these guys have probably been long for a really long time, right? If you look, maybe they held through this dip all the way down, who knows? Or maybe they bought at the low here. So they could be up like, you know, 1,500 points or something and just say, fuck it, I want out of my position. I'm going to sell at the market. because to them, I don't think it, if you're up 1,500 points, you know, let's say let's say you want to just get out. You didn't like the data, you didn't like how it looks, and you just want out. So you sell, how many ever contracts, we'd have to do the math, but it looks like he wiped out the whole book until about to here. So he wiped out the whole book through there, So if you do, 155 times each tick, I think that gets you somewhere around there. Yeah, so it looks like I have it set at a point right now. So 155 contracts per point, just about. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of contracts. So it looks like someone had to have sold at least, it's 75 points. It's a lot of contracts to be sold at once. And then you got stop losses triggered. Whew, that's a lot. 10,000 contracts or so. Maybe sold at the market. I think that's what happened there. Because that's what, if someone goes short at the market like that, or exits at the market, that's what happens. It will wipe out the book. There's resting orders, right? But if, let's say if you sold 10,000 contracts at the market here, it's just gonna keep dropping instantaneously until that 10,000's ate up. It looks like that's what happened there. Pretty nuts. But if you bought, you'd be like, well, they gave up possibly 75 points of profit. Yeah, but if you're long from 1,000 points lower, it doesn't really matter, right? Just want out. Yeah, exactly. That's how you need to think about it, man. Exactly. Think about it in terms of if they're up 1,500 points, it's not like they didn't manipulate the market before the drop. It double top. So there's no manipulation there. It's just someone wanted out of their position. I think there's a lot of overthinking about it being manipulated and shit. No stop losses ran or anything. It's just people want out. But I obviously don't know 100% though either. So, all right, how many more times is it going to drop down here and not get me out, dude? Not let me take any off here. We'll take a look at gold here. Still pushing up. Huh. I thought for sure gold was going to try to drop. Yeah, that area there, eh? Yeah, I don't see anywhere that needs to be redelivered on Nasdaq above us really, so. Yeah, maybe if gold comes that trade the other night from gold was really good. I don't really see anywhere above here that really needs to be redelivered on gold either, except for way up there. But I do see areas. Look how it went exactly to that area I was talking about the other night. Exactly there. I do see a lot of areas lower though. And then another thing I was looking at Nasdaq is I was looking at the channels on this. Remember how I was talking about if it is bullish, we'll start seeing this channel up behavior. And it's just about perfect there. It's about a perfect channel there. Not absolutely perfect, but very close to perfect. Whether that's what acted as support or not, I don't know. But I couldn't really find any other reason for where it bounced at where it did, other than that being the case. Like maybe it, high time frame traders grabbing the channel that's being built here. Which means if that's the case, we should expect the top of the channel to be hit. I don't know. Kind of hard to say at this moment, right? I like using the parallel ones. They work a little bit better, I think. Yeah, not really, though. Yeah, that only has one touch to the top, so I don't know if that would be it. It's not quite very good. Yeah, we'll have to see. We don't need to predict it, right, to make money, so thank God. Did it? Oh, yeah. That low there, definitely. Yeah. ES definitely took out this low right here, but just a little bit. NQ did not. All right, so let's see if it drops here. If it doesn't drop here, I'm gonna have to get out. Otherwise, I'm afraid this is gonna start curling up, start rounding. It's definitely some kind of like little pattern here, though. We got like a little triangle pattern, pennant. So you got one push, two push, does it want a third? Pretty lame, though. There we go. There she goes. Have to watch this little trend it's trying to form here. And I think down here needs to be redelivered too. They've been doing a really good job of the redelivery. Other than this drop here, like everything is really well redelivered. Like mini returns to areas. Let's look at the hourly here. Oof, that's a bullish looking hourly chart if I've ever seen one. Doesn't it look bullish? Yeah, nice beautiful swing low there. It's always a good idea to look at the hourly chart. That way you're not disconnected from the high time frame. It definitely helps. Yeah, yes, though. Could say, maybe not. That's the third push up on ES there in this little. It's also broadening formation here. You got lower low, higher high. And then we have this big area down here. Just sitting there waiting to be taken. Kind of reminds me of this area. Kind of looks the same as this right here. We have like kind of almost looks like a bear flag at the high, which is kind of weird. It's kind of unusual. See that like kind of bear flag kind of pattern? Kind of unusual, I feel like, at the high like this. So I guess it did it there. Oh, look at that. Very similar, right? Oh, there's another example of it. So I guess this isn't unusual. So we have many examples of it taking place. And then, in this case, it led to that drop there. Yep, pretty big drop from there. Pretty nasty drop from that one. So I don't think this structure here is bullish is what I'm trying to get at here. It doesn't seem very bullish to me. Yeah, it's just looking really heavy, right? Like it looks like if you ever think about weight, like this area here is it's probably a massive P shape volume profile. But you could also look at it as like acceptance up at this level too, so yeah, look at that beautiful P shape profile there. All right, let's check back on this short here and see what's up. Same, just doing the same thing it's been doing. Back and forth, back and forth. Could have scalped this though, like probably made some decent money on that. Because it is 7 points per turn. 5 points per turn. Not my style, but could have. Hey, what up? What up, my guy? It's cracking. Definitely starting to see like a bull flag kind of look to it. You and those fucking turkeys, bro. You turkler. Turkeys are weird animals. We have some wild ones here in Oregon that will be like around. They're such fucking weird little dinosaurs, man. Little dinosaurs is what I call them. They're just like dinosaurs. Out there clucking around, fucking territorial as fuck, aggressive, weird little animals. Very interesting, just kind of weird. Very aggressive. All right, there we go. Nice drop there. So we're broken out of that stupid pattern, which is good. Very nasty looking price action. Let's go to a time frame that's a little bit prettier here. 6 minutes, still ugly. 10 minutes, still ugly. 15 minutes, all right. All right. So we have some support here, like in this area here. So once it gets down to here, this one I want to be paying attention. Probably a good idea to drop down and make sure. Oh, there it is. Okay, so beautiful. Now we can go ahead and take off one contract here. Lock it in. Well, I do think it is going lower. We don't know yet. So, the market structure is bullish right now. So we don't want to just assume anything. God, it's so ugly. It's really low volume tonight. It's very low volume. Doesn't mean we can't make money from it. It just makes it like this. I think we continue down here though. I think that drop is pretty sharp there, where it should create some like bullish sentiment thing. And I don't see any reason for the algorithm to push it up. I don't see anything up here. Well, I do have some areas down here where I can identify, like this area here. There's a couple others too where I think maybe here that hasn't already been redelivered to. Almost got there earlier. Yeah, that's about it. There isn't much to go off of here. And then obviously this area here. So good. I think we're starting off pretty decent here. We'll definitely know what's up. Once it gets back up to here, if it starts pushing through this area, then we'll have a good indication of what's going on. Because that will tell us like if it's bullish or bearish. Preferably, if it would have pushed through this area, we would have that answer here, but it didn't go deep enough into it. Let's see about on ES here, though. Maybe we got that. Ooh, okay. So on ES, we do have that kind of occasion there, but there's a pattern maybe here. Look at YM. YM looks so heavy right now. It looks incredibly heavy. Looks like very heavy here. Looks like it's about to get smacked. Yeah. This redelivery here on YM is quite beautiful, though. Half back to bitch. And oil looks heavy too. Silver's been ripping faces off, huh? And we have a Russell just, oof, a savage. Did the Russell just hit all-time high? No, okay. We got platinum. It's actually not a bad short on platinum there. Yeah, it might need to come higher though. I don't ever really trade any of these, but you could. Yeah, I think they're definitely viable options. Yes, bearish too. Everything looks bearish to me. We saw the metals do. All right, any questions on how I got short here? What my thesis was? Anything? It'd be down here. Yeah, that's where I would be looking for it to go here. Which it looks like that might be near the 50% area as well. Yeah. No, you're good. No worries to say profit. No worries to say sorry, man. Yeah, it's right around the 50% retracement of this push up. So I think that would be a good target for us to the downside here. All right, so now we have confirmation here. This is confirmation here, guys. That we're right. It's bearish. Does it guarantee it? No, but it definitely validates it. It's like, okay, it's definitely not acting as it should if it was bullish. What we don't want to see here is like ES to make a lower low and NQ not. That could change it. But as of right now, in this exact moment, it is kind of showing us that we're right. Stay short. As long as it does, ES doesn't, as long as this doesn't, we need Nasdaq to catch up here. ES actually is not that far away from that same area here. That's that area right there. a good target for ES. There we go. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it. There we go. Busted it. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Drop it like a rock. Drop it. Now we just have this next low down here, this next one, and we'll see what it does when it gets down here. Does it go through it? Does it, does ES take it out? NQ doesn't. That kind of thing. And then, yeah, bust a move. Drop it like it's hot. But we're definitely right on the direction there. So from there to there, we're looking at already at 30 plus points from the call out. Yeah, stop making gravy. So do you like cook a turkey dinner every night, bro? I'm like, what the, okay, so we got the break on, nice. We got the break on NQ there. We just need the break on ES here. And then from there, it should just be, the only thing I see here is this one doji here that could act as support. That's the only one that's a strong high there, or strong low on a higher time frame. Other than that, I think we should be good here. Clearly, you can clearly see the area on ES, right? It's pretty clear, like this is coming down to here. Pretty clear. So we just need, nice, there we go. So we got the half back of the doji there. Let's make sure we got it right. It's drawn correctly. Maybe up a little bit. That's why you got to draw these areas very precise, because you want to be able to, does it tap into them with precision? It's important. All right, we really want to see it push through it. We do have the break on ES there, so that's very good. We got the break of that low. Nice, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, it's just because they don't understand how to trade it, bro. That's all it is. Just a lack of understanding. I get it, though. I get it, too, because if you're like, if you didn't understand, price is probably trying to reverse from this area. That's a long, you know, a full hour and a half, almost 2 hours without any action. Could be get chopped up real quick. Okay, so this low here, what time is this low at here? It's at 2 p.m. So that is weird. Way different price action here. All right, so that low is, yeah, 150. So it looks like it's that low right there. So I don't like that ES has taken that out and NQ has not. I don't like that. Yeah, because we have a perfect double bottom there. Yeah, just perfect. So this is where we want to implement one time framing. It's probably on a 3-minute because of how spotty the price action is tonight. But I'm probably gonna be if it pushes up here, I'll just exit. I'm not gonna give back all the profits on that. I already gave back quite a bit. I already gave back about 10 points on it, so. I don't want it to be like a crack in correlation and it heads right back up and then it'd be a whole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, exactly. My reason for going short was the close of the loop there, Beans. So right here, if you look, let me clear this out a little bit. So you had this area here before that drop, and it was pretty much open loop, right? Price had never been there. So as soon as it touched there, I put out an analysis on it too, like in the Discord, showing that I wanted to go short from there. I wouldn't call it analysis, it's like a signal, I guess you could call it. If you like, if it's such a good trade, you screenshot it, close it. Yeah, it's not a bad rule. No, I definitely get it, dude. Yeah, that's a good rule. Definitely makes sense. Yeah, if it's such a good trade that you need to screenshot it and show it, yeah, definitely makes sense, man. I just like implementing one time framing. It works very well for me, so. It definitely looks like it has more downside to go, but you know, we don't want to sleep on the SMC soup either. The 3-minute one time frame is very good, so let it work. It's very simple, my guy. You stay in short until it takes out the previous candle's high. That's it. Very simple. No, I do too. So I feel you, man. Yeah, especially in age the session. Yeah, it is very good. Yeah. So once it starts, it'll cook for some time, especially the 3-minute for some reason. You know, like it'll keep you in these full. Ooh, doesn't that look like tonight? It looks almost identical to tonight. Pink and then up. Interesting. It is. It's identical, dude. Yeah, you got this little like bear flag looking thing, big drop. Huh? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's hilarious. Hmm. Interesting. Tapped right into that doji there. All right, so it's starting to look like it's going to try to push up here. So I give it 5 seconds above the previous candle's high, and then I cut it. Yeah, the 8 shorts. Yeah, gotcha. Then we can always re-enter if it comes back up to here, right? You know, like let's say now wants to come back up here, it gives you another short op. You know, if you want to take that. I'll probably just call it a night. It's good profits, nothing to, you know, keep pushing for no reason. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And that's why I do the 5-second rule right there's a good example of it. So there's nothing worse than being in it one time framing down and just wick above the previous candle's high just for a split second and then it continue. It's a horrible feeling, man. So now what I do is I usually just draw a line on that high and be like, all right, I'm out if it goes above there. You can put a stop there too, which isn't a bad idea. Just like 2 ticks above it, maybe. So 1, 2. Because sometimes it will push up really quickly and then it'll be up here. You'd be like, fuck, now instead of $500 profit, I'll have like 300 and your mind will try to, well, I'll just wait a second. It's coming into resistance here. I'll just give it 1 second. The next thing you know, it's up here and then you're like, oh, I only have $100 profit. You're like, nah, I'll just wait 1 more second. And then it's up here and then you're like, I'll just see if it's going to reject the high. And then it's up here. Now you're at L. And you're like, I'll just wait more. Now you're minus 300. And it spirals out of control so quick. Hey, that's a good way to do it too, yeah. But I don't know about you guys, but that's a horrible feeling. There's nothing worse to me than having a really good trade go south and it turned against me and end up taking a fucking loss. Yeah, exactly. It really is, Beans. Yeah, it really is. I don't know of a better method for trailing drawdown accounts or nothing like that. I really don't know of a better method.
Happy holidays, it's a doggy dog Christmas. A lot of treats to complete on the wish list. Whatever the venue, hit up the menu.
Oh, she's stripping. That's funny. That's pretty funny, bro. Elf on the shelf making her ear, yeah.
All right, so you guys that showed up this stream got rewarded, and
yeah, so it's always good. And then make sure you rub it in everyone's face that did not show up, that they suck, and they should have showed up. I'm just joking, obviously, guys. Yeah, the AP volatility, yeah, it's coming. Never fails, man. Most likely gonna get stopped out here, I think. Looks like it to me, but we'll let the market decide. Which is always good, right? When you don't have to like make the decision, you just let the market kind of make it. Yeah, you got to go micros, Anthony. Like, you know that that's an issue with you, man. Yeah, they're, aren't they, bro? I've been trying to get you in here forever, dude. I've been telling you forever, dude. I mean, what's up? Yeah, but Anthony, you know sizing's been your issue since day one, dude. You just gotta accept it. Just abide by the rules, man. You cannot risk more than 10% of your drawdown or you will blow up. You know that, Anthony. So when you're ready, you'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. Now it's looking pretty clean, right? That's why you got to let one-time framing do its job. You got to let it do it. So I don't know how many times I have gotten an extra 50, 60, 70 points off of trades. Which isn't in an eval, it's not that big a deal, but in your funded account, it's a huge fucking deal. Like, once you're in a funded account, that's a huge deal. Like, extra 60, 70 points really adds up. Like, really makes a difference. Doesn't really in the eval because you'll just be done with it anyways, but in the funded account, it makes a huge difference. All right, so beautiful trade there. You know, from the call out to there, you know, 30 points, 25, 30 points. Gave back, you know, looks like gave back about 8, 9 points. Not too bad. It's acceptable. You could short it here. I'm probably not going to. I'll probably take a break. If I wasn't streaming, I would definitely take a break. So, yeah, you could look to fade it into there, but given that the previous night has the same exact pattern, I would not sleep on it doing the same thing, right? Because these patterns in Asia session really tend to repeat over and over again. So I would not sleep on that, guys. I wouldn't sleep on that. Same exact pattern. Does it guarantee it continues up? Probably not, but I think it is a good indication that it probably does. The market tends to repeat what it's been doing, so. Now you guys see that? So push through that balance area. It's probably going to do exactly what it did last night. But there was no long here, I don't think. Could have maybe have said maybe here, but I think it's a big maybe. Yeah, it didn't respect it at all, so. Yeah, Anthony, I really think you're a smart dude, man. And when you are ready to, you'll know when it's time, bro. Like you'll be at the point where you're done fucking around. It comes to times and everyone's trading where they gotta like look themselves in the mirror and be like, all right, done fucking around. Take this dead serious. And then then just do it. Follow the rules, do what every profitable trader says. We all say the same shit, just a different way. It's all, it has the same message, though. It all has the same message. For the most part, I would say. All right, any questions, guys? I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. It's a good stream. It's been about almost an hour, so I definitely don't want to trade right now. I'm gonna take a break, as you should too. Yeah, of course, man. That's what I do, brother. Yeah, especially like Bean said the other night, like he said something really wise. They said after I have a big winning trade is when I need to take the break the most, because that's when I'm more likely to make a mistake, which is very true. Because you get cocky, you get greedy, got all these, you get hyped up off of fucking testosterone and shit. This here, would I look at this as stopping action? I think this is more like V-shaped recovery type action. But yeah, it definitely did, right? Especially if we drop down, we can probably see it a little bit better. Yeah, it definitely is trended downwards. You have stopping action, retracement, stopping action. You could say that this is probably a good point to reverse, but I would definitely like if like I say big if it wasn't doing exactly what it did the night before, I would say that this is a decent short here. But knowing how the other night looked, and I know how HO session behaves, I would say that this is probably a decent short. But I just know how it is, and I know it's going to push up because it did it the night before. It repeats the same behavior. It's the same thing, same exact fucking thing. 2.5 pushes up, big drop, consolidate for a second, rip up higher, and then grind up. Yep, there it goes. See that? Doing the same shit, yeah. I didn't see his question. That's a good question. What's the best way to see what's been delivered? Like what's already been delivered is to just like that's a good question. I think zoom out and you just have to manually go in there and look and see. Like the first thing I look for is open loops. So I think step 1 would be like check for open loops. Step 2, look at different time frames, because one time frame may not show you the whole picture, but then another will. Like this short from here. See this shit, guys? You see how it's doing the same thing it did? It's just doing the same thing it did last night. Same exact shit. But this rejection here, if you were on a 3-minute, you wouldn't have saw it as an area that needed to be redelivered, because it's already redelivered. So, yeah, different time frames I think would be a good way to do that. Isn't that crazy though, guys? This should blow your mind that this happens. That it's the exact same pattern, just repeating. And especially if you take this here and you take this bars pattern here, then you'll really see it and you'll be like, oh shit, this is crazy. I just think it's interesting, like very, very crazy to me how it does the same thing. It's just a little bit, I wouldn't even say that. It's just about exactly the same. Just about, it's a little bit different of a time frame. It's probably on a 3-minute. It's just about the same. Yeah, but very similar, right? It's same. Yeah, I don't know if it could really get any more. If it got any more, it would be way too noticeable, probably. I don't know what makes that happen though. Is it like the same people? Is everyone do people see what I see and then they trade it, and that's what makes that happen? Or is it Or is it like automated to do so? You know, kind of makes me wonder.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to take your profits. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't, man, you're gonna get screwed. Yeah, definitely gotta, and that's why you gotta scale out too. Scaling, that's why you have to do it. Like, this is not optional. It's really not. Like, it's not optional. If you're not scaling out, you're just being greedy. And you're just not putting the odds in your favor for greed. But you guys already know this. All right, guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a good night. Take it easy. Study. And I'll see you guys in the charts. Peace out. You're welcome, guys.